Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me from your end. I want to make sure that everybody can be able to hear me from where they are. Let me pick one person here. All right. If you're able to hear me, you can give me a reply. Simon, are you able to hear me from your end?
Yes, I can hear you, Alex.
All right. Is it loud and clear or it's breaking?
Very loud and clear.
Very nice. Thank you. So, because of time, I would like us to start right away. I know the others who are going to join us later. We started late because of joining issues, but everything is going to be sorted out. First and foremost, I would also like to notify everyone that this meeting is being recorded so that later we are going to post this also on YouTube. So, exactly. So, I want to welcome everyone. And before we do anything, I want us to start with a word of prayer right away so that we can be able to work on the time that is left. So, let us pray. Our Father in heaven, thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for this far. Thank you for the far you've taken us and the far you're going to take us, Lord in heaven. As we're going to have this career fair, March edition, we pray that you may be with us and whatever we're going to discuss here, may it have a lasting impression and impact to those who are going to be here right now and those who are going to listen to this later. I pray this, believe in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so if you're able to hear me, and let me see, I think I see Anthony. Hello, Anthony, are you able to hear me from your end?
Hi, I'm okay. I can hear you, Jackson.
All right. This is all right. I'm using Jackson's desk. This is Alex Aturi.
Oh, hi, Alex.
Hi, how are you? Good?
I'm okay. I can hear you loud and clear.
Welcome to the event.
Thank you.
All right. I can also see Edwin. Hello, Edwin. All right. I think he'll get back to us. Lexus, are you able to hear me from your end?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very nice. Welcome to the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
And then we have Mary. Hi, Mary. Are you able to hear me?
Hello, yes, and loud and clear.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome to the meeting. And I can see Samuel is here with us, and Simon is also here with us. Danson is here with us, and others. I'm sure you're able to hear me. Now, because of time, I'd like us to go straight to the meeting. And hello, everyone. Welcome to the IIT 2024 March edition. IIT Career Fair 2024 March edition. I know it's in April right now. Most of you could be wondering, all right, you're talking about March edition. We were to have this event in the last week, but because of what you call inevitable circumstances, we're going to have the event today and all that. So all of you are welcome, and nice to hear that you guys are able to get us very well. So we have a great event lined up for you, and I hope you're going to learn a lot from what we have for you. So today we have a couple of facilitators who are going to join us, and we have Samuel Mwangi. He will also be joining us today. He will introduce himself fully when his time reaches. We also have Simon Gathai, all the way from Mombasa. He will also introduce himself more when his time reaches. We also have Mary from Ajira. She will also introduce herself when her time reaches to present. And I will also be one of the presenters. My name is Alex Aturi. I know you're from your end, you're seeing Jackson Marimo. I'm using his station, so that's why you're able to see Jackson. My name is actually Alex Aturi. So now that everyone is okay, and I want us to make this meeting as interactive as possible, ensure that you can, in case you have a question, you can ask a question at the chat section. In case you want to ask something, just feel free to ask there. So give me a few minutes. Let me put up my slides and then we do this. All right, so I'll be talking about grooming for career success. Now, I want us to, for instance, look at this picture right now here. I want us to look at what we have right now here. And maybe want to ask Lexus. Lexus, when you look at this picture, what do you see, or what comes to your mind?
For me, what comes to mind is the job seeking in the current situation in the country is kind of tough, where you graduate, but then finding a job is just so hard.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anthony, what do you see from that picture there? Yes, Anthony, are you here with us?
Yes,
right.
yes, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What-
it just shows the hurdle between new grads and the longest journey between graduation and jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
It is not as easy as it seems after graduation, I think.
Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice analysis from Anthony and Lexus, and I'm sure the rest, because of time, I want us now to carry from what you guys have said. Actually, from graduating, many people know that, all right, I have my first class, I have my second upper, I have my second lower, and all that. I'm going to get a job and all that. So it's really a hard work. Now, I want to let you guys know that hard work is found everywhere. Like in school, you have to work hard for those good grades. Raising kids is hard work. Relationships, hard work. At the workplace, you have to work really hard. Finally, I want to introduce you to grooming. Even grooming needs your hard work. So this presentation caters for everyone, and not only this presentation, but all the presentations going to be done by other presenters. It caters for those who are seeking jobs. It's going to help those who are in the working spaces right now. Those who are seeking promotions, it's also going to be of great help. We're also going to have those who are doing what? Those who want to advance in their careers and all that. This is actually going to be something that you're going to take home and is going to help you advance in your career. So we want to make sure also, before I forget, even those who want to build what you call their personal brands, this is really important for you. So it's not just grades and all that, it's also about personal grooming, how you look at the marketplace, how you look at the workplace, how you look at the corporate. Corporates are actually very sensitive when it comes to how people look and all that. I know people are like, no, as long as I have my good grades, I don't have to. They're actually going to accept me because of my good grades. All right, that is true. You know, people normally say don't judge a book by its cover, but there are people who normally do judge a book by its cover. So how you present yourself, it's really, really, really important. There are things we need to know. Number one, that you don't have a second chance to make the first what? Impression. In fact, your first impression is your last impression. Your smile, somebody say that your smile, the smile that you give is your logo, your personality is your business card, but how you leave other people feeling after your interaction becomes what you call your trademark. So apart from us grooming well from the outside, our minds also need to be groomed by good information and knowledge, like the knowledge we're actually trying to share right now. So our minds and behavior need grooming as well. Now, if you combine those two, like the outward appearance and a good grooming of your mind, then you move from what you call good to exceptional. I'm sure no one wants to be just normal in the workplace. People need to advance in their careers. People need to move from good to exceptional. Now, another thing we need to know is this, that the mind also needs to be groomed. I think I've talked about that. And it also takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be exceptional. And it also takes courage to do what? To groom well. Now, look at this. Let me share some side of my story a bit about grooming, my journey and all that. It's going to be around less than 1 minute. In the past, when I was a bit younger, before I joined campus, I was this guy who was very shy, and anytime a parent or one of my siblings bought for me a new shirt, I'll make sure that I put on an old trouser so that I don't gain attention from those around me. I didn't want people to be like, hey, that is Nani's brother and all that and all that. That's why I'm saying that it really takes courage also to groom well. There are people who don't like attention. There are people who want to play low key and all that. But remember, somebody said, you're playing small will not serve this world at the end of the day. So it takes courage to also look smart. So at the end of this presentation, I hope you guys are going to take the courage to do so. Now, what is grooming? What is grooming? What is grooming from what you see? Grooming is the process of making yourself look neat, attractive, and presentable. That is a simple definition of grooming, or it can be defined as the things which you do to make yourself and your appearance to look tidy and pleasant. None of us here wants to look the opposite of what this definition actually says. Like the lady who is in that picture right now, that is an example of a well-groomed corporate lady. When you meet such a lady, whether she's a lawyer, whether she's a salesperson, you tend to believe more on actually what she is selling. Now, there are 3 levels of grooming. We have individual level, which is personal grooming. We also have the group level, which is grooming of a team, and also organization level, which is grooming of a company. Think of the military, they have to be in uniform. Think of your high school, you have to be in uniform. There is power in uniformity in terms of how you wear so that it's uniform to the rest. So basically, we're going to deal with individual level, personal grooming, which also affects group level and organizational level. So why do we need to look or to groom well? We need to know that right now we live in a what you call hyper-connected and image-conscious world. We need to know that. So what we wear, how we look from the outside has an effect on both me or the wearer and the observer. So those little things are the things that really matter, like how you look and all that. So we need to ensure that we also need to know this, that before we even speak, our grooming sets the stage for us. Before you even utter your word, you've gone for an interview, looking shaggy and all that with a t-shirt, and then you're looking for like a very big job and all that. They will not take you seriously, even if you're the brightest guy in the guys who came in that interview. So somebody said that you in this world that is so dynamic, you need to do what? You need to look the part. Look the part. Before you even speak, look the part. Your words sound the part as well. And also now when you're given the job, do the job. If you can do that in the marketplace or in the corporate world, your career advancement will be on another level. So grooming, like we said in our introduction, is normally overlooked and undervalued. Like no need, it doesn't take all that. Guess what? In the current dynamic world, it takes all that. You need to look very nice because that can actually impact what you call your career trajectory. It can impact your career trajectory. So what does grooming entail? Some of you are asking, all right, no problem, but what does grooming actually entail? Now, grooming entails a lot of things. It's a wide topic, but because of time, I'm going to narrow down to key points. Now, look at this. Grooming involves your hair, your nails, your teeth, your uniform, your makeup, your perfume. It also involves your socks, the kind of socks you wear as a man, the belt you wear, the shoes, the shirts, the trousers, the blazers, and also etc., etc., etc. So all of these things, you need to actually be very careful and be very intentional. In fact, the idea is to be very intentional at what you wear before you come to work. Not only to work, even when you go to your church or when you go to meet somebody, make sure you are at your best. Remember, you don't have the second chance to do what? You don't have the second chance to actually make the first impression. So when you talk about hair, it should be neat. Give me a minute, sorry. So when you talk about your hair, your hair should be, I want us to look at these pictures for the ladies who are here and those who are watching, who are going to watch later. Just look at the picture that we have here. That should be like an example of a lady groomed, ready for the corporate world. Ready for the corporate world. Now, but by the look of this picture, some of you, I'm sure you can say this has to be a lawyer, this could be a salesperson, a corporate salesperson, and all that, because of the look alone. So we have some clean and professional hairstyle. When it comes to makeup, make sure you don't overdo the makeup. Ladies, don't overdo makeup. Do sparse makeup, like moderate. If you have to do makeup, do makeup. If you can stay natural, well and good. White long-sleeved shirt, look at how it looks like. And in case you want to use perfume as well, make sure it's not like conk. Use mild or no fragrance, but mild or no fragrance can, if it can work for you, well and good. Also, suits have power, both for men and women. Suits have incredible power. Personally, I'm a fan of suits. I'm not saying this because I am a suits person. I know there are guys who normally don't prefer suits, but suits over the years, and I think this is going to be forever. Suits are going to be super powerful for the rest of the time here on Earth. So also very amazing things to wear. Also, look at this skirts, knee-length skirts, very professional to go to the workplace and win. So if you compare your good grades, your intelligence, and all that, you're probably going to win if you look like that. So what about men? Look at what is happening here. Your socks. Make sure you don't wear torn socks. Make sure you don't wear torn. You never know. You might go to some place and then you're told maybe to remove your shoes. Hey, also don't wear socks twice. It has a bad odor if you do that. The belt, if possible, the belt should be black and match your shoes. Yes, and also shoes, black, dark tan should work well for you. Trousers should not be oversized. Don't put oversized trousers. Put trousers that fit you well. I think back in the days, there's a time when I was in this youth group, I was that person who was like, the way the trouser has been bought is the way I'm going to wear it. So when we used to take photos and then the photos arrive at night and then you're there looking at the events, you're looking at everybody and then you're like, what is wrong with me? Because others are looking well, but something is wrong when I'm looking at my photo. Then I found out that what do I call that concept I had, like buy the trouser, wear the way it was not really a good concept. Buy the trouser, make sure you take the measurements that fit you well. Ensure that it's also not so long. It should be like what we have here. So even blazers, ensure that you have good blazers. Shirts, ensure that you have good shirts. Ensure that you have good shirts. Pink is allowed. Another one that is allowed is pink is allowed. Blue is allowed. But ensure you don't wear those designer. There's some sort of designed shirts which are not really good for the corporate world. Ensure it is simple. The thumb rule is make sure the shirt is simple and professional. Don't wear so many designs and all that. So what are people's perception? I will have gone deeper, but because of time, maybe we can do this deeper look at exactly what we and all that. When you look at what you call people's perception of well-groomed professionals, like how do people perceive you when you're well-groomed? Number one, they see professionalism. And let me tell you, there's nothing as amazing as people viewing you as a professional. That's what attracts clients. So number one, when you wear good, people view you as a professional. Number two, they look as if you're highly sophisticated. You want people to look at you that way. Image is everything, guys. Image is everything. We talked about personal branding, and image is one of the ways to set yourself apart. And also intelligence. People look at well-groomed people as intelligent. Look at lawyers. Many people mistaken people with suits like these guys. This guy could be a lawyer, and normally we normally call lawyers the learned friends and all that. And also you're viewed as a person who's credible and reliable, and also people tend to give you more respect. So as I wind up, I want us to look at some of the benefits of grooming well, apart from what we've actually looked at. Some of the benefits of grooming well. Number one is what you call excellent first impression. We've said you don't have a second chance to make your first impression, and your first impression could be your last. So we need to understand that humans are naturally visual creatures. They are intrinsically visual creatures. So before anyone is speaking, we said the stage is set for you. How you look, everything has been set. So in a professional setting, a polished appearance speaks volumes of one's dedication, one's seriousness, and understanding of the corporate etiquette, So number one, excellent first impression. What about number two? It boosts your self-confidence. Let me tell you, when you wear good, when you know you've worn or you're well groomed, leaving your home, you feel it. Many a times, I know I'm not the only one. Sometimes when you feel like, today I don't want to put more effort on what I'm dressing. And then when you are at the CBD or when you're in town, is when you meet somebody who you never expected to meet. And maybe you didn't want to make such an impression. So when you dress well, the confidence can be felt. It can really be felt. So the internal shift is perceivable and often garners positive attention and feedback from colleagues and superiors. And when your confidence is actually on another level, you're assertive, you're good when it comes to communication skills, and you're likely to take on and succeed in challenging tasks. That actually comes to you. Number three, we also have attention to detail. Those people who are aware, those people who groom well, others view them as these people are actually those who are about finer details. We're talking about neatly combed hair, clean nails. We talked about nails. Nails should be short, especially for men. Trim your nails very well, should be clean. And makeup, I think we talked about makeup. And these seemingly small elements showcase an individual's attention to detail. So a client may want to get you, if you are a lawyer, to represent him in the court of law, because when he looks at you, you are very well groomed. So another advantage of grooming well, it strengthens professional relationships. Those people who have high level of self-care tend to be liked by other professionals at the workplace or any other place. It just happens like that. So being appropriately groomed or can facilitate more effective networking, can foster mutual respect, and also lead to what you call stronger professional bonds. Your net worth gets to become bigger. And also, last but not least, we have a minute. Last but not least, we have personal branding. If you groom well, your personal branding gets to another level. This is an age where you need to set yourself apart, and professional grooming can help you to set yourself apart. And we said, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card, and the way you leave others becomes your trademark after you interact with them. Exactly. Because of time, I want to conclude here. In case of any questions, you can leave them at the chat section. That grooming, ladies and gentlemen who are here and who are going to watch this later, is not just a superficial element of the corporate world. It is an integral factor for personal and professional development. It lays the foundation of what you call credibility, self-worth, and career growth. So, I want to submit to you, everyone, that I know grooming may seem like a little thing, like a small thing. It doesn't take all that. You start putting the effort in your grooming from today and tell me the results in the next few months or few years. Because guess what? Embracing the power of grooming can be your secret weapon to unlock what you call unparalleled success. So we could have gone deeper in terms of grooming, but I believe so far this is good for setting the stage in terms of the power of grooming. In case you have more questions, in case you have more which shirt is the best and all that, we can be able to talk about these later at the end, before the end of the event. Now, I don't know if somebody has any questions. I can take one question because somebody else is about to present. Any person with a question? You can also leave your questions at the chat section and we'll be able to see them there. So I want to give the presentation to Mary. Mary from Ajira will also be presenting in the next few minutes. Mary, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So let me just share my screen.
Okay, so Mary, welcome. And I understand you have a meeting after this?
Yes, I do.
All right, then you can be the next presenter. And then after Mary, we will have Simon. Yes, we'll have Simon. And then we'll also, in case you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat section. Wish you all the best and stay tuned.
Thank you, Alex, for the opportunity. So my name is Modhoni Kariuki. I work in the Ajira Digital Program as a trainer. So for this particular session, we'll be looking at choosing a career in the digital economy. The hashtag that I'm using right now, that is what the mantra for us in Ajira is that the future works online. So as we even choose what path we're going to follow in regards to a career, it is very important to have the conversation about the digital economy and the opportunities that lie in this particular field, because it has come to change a lot about how we do and what there is in regards to most of our operations in the business space. So just to begin with, as I have said, my name is Modhoni Kariuki. I work in the Ajira Digital Program as a trainer, and I am also a digital marketer and graphic designer. The rest is just information such that, for example, I am also an alumni of JKUAT. So yeah, so that's who I am, what I do. So just a bit about the Ajira program. So one, it is a program under the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy. It seeks to enable the youth, especially, to earn from the digital and digitally freelancing and gig space. So in this particular program, we get to train and we mentor the youths in these digital skills. So we are going to I'm going to take you also through some of the modules we have in our curriculum. But just to speak a little bit about the program, I'll mention the key partners of the program. We have Mastercard Foundation, who are the sponsors. We have Immobilis, implementing partners of training, mentorship, institutionalizing of Ajira clubs, and also operationalizing of the Ajira Youth Empowerment Centers. We have KEPSA. They are the implementing partners of the running operations in regards to the portal, and they also offer job linkages in the program. So that is what who the program partners are, the owners being the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy. So the program is structured under 4 key pillars. We have awareness, but we preach the gospel of online work, and we teach on the different platforms and the best practices in regards to sourcing for work in the digital space, access of digital work. There's access to infrastructure. I've just spoken about the Ajira Youth Empowerment Centers that have resources for those probably who have a challenge of acquiring some for themselves. And we also offer now training and mentorship. So our curriculum has 27 modules, which are subdivided into 3. We have the cross-cutting, basic, and advanced. In the cross-cutting modules, we usually teach them as prerequisite modules of the other 2. Most of our basic modules run for 2 days, and for the advanced, they run between 2 and 5 days. We have both physical and virtual trainings. So that is it about our curriculum. And just to mention that upon completion of both training and mentorship, there's usually a certificate awarded. So that is it. Unless anyone has a question, I just want to maybe address it. Anyone who has a question? Okay. So silence means consent, and I want to believe tuko sawa. So just an introduction. My topic of discussion was choosing a career in the digital economy. And just to mention, as I had started at Niliwambia Indio, this is the direction that the world is taking. And in order to succeed in this particular environment, you need not only having the technical skills, also it's very, very equally important to have the soft skills. That is why we really push for having those cross-cutting modules, as you have seen. It's the blend of the two. It's a blend of the two that brings forth success. So some of these fundamental skills or foundational skills like writing, transcription, and data management are usually just a bonus to have as you venture into your career, into whatever career you're entering into. So and also equally important to have as you enter into the digital space, you can also try to specialize in one particular area. For even, you in the market, you can't be serving the whole market, and you can't also be reaching out. You can't be having all the skills and serving everyone. You need to have a target audience. That is why there's that bit of specializing in a particular skills. But certain skills are just a bonus to have. It's usually a bonus to have when you are just even going through trying to figure out what you want to do. So these are, only have 4 points that I feel there is need to capitalize on as you go around digital, the digital space. 1, crafting a good stellar remote resume. So it is very, very important to at least, as Alex has really put emphasis on having the first impression. He said that your first impression actually lasts. So when it comes digital, then let us also understand that your resume is standing in place of you when someone is engaging with you. So this person is not, there's no in-person engagement. So your resume is what is standing in for you. So your first impression, just know it will last. Also elevate your digital working space. As you're going digital, also try to, there's something we call design environment when it comes to behavior, where you get to design your way through success. You know, you want to have an environment that you can comfortably work from. When we're talking about digital, most of the time we're coming into a space where you're working at the comfort of your home. So having an environment or designing a space where you get to comfortably work virtually is really, really important for you. So the next is building your portfolio. You know, I think this is highlighted more on personal branding, where, you know, you just don't go and tell people, I can do, I have. There's need for proof. So portfolio is really a good, building a portfolio is really a good space and chance for you to be able to you know, prove what you're just adding proof to whatever you are saying you can do. So the last but not least is communication. You know, you're working remotely, you need to articulate your ideas, you need to even understand how you're packaging yourself, because you know, there's just need for to do that. The competition in the online space is one that is, it's really stiff. It's really stiff. So you're just not doing national standards, you're going international, hence the need of doing some of these points I have just spoken on. So that is the very short presentation I had for you, and I hope we get to follow through it for success. So back to you, Alex, unless there's a question I need to address.
Hello, Mary. That's a wonderful presentation done from your end. I've actually learned a lot from myself. I'm sure even the learners with us here have learned a lot, and that is quite remarkable, especially the last one that you're saying that you don't want to do communication at national level. You want to go international level. And also, I think I've noted down about, there's something about superpower there. It is your superpower in something.
It's your superpower in remote work.
Yes, exactly. It's your superpower in remote work. Amazing, amazing presentation. Thank you so much. I wish it was. I wish you could have had our claps, but hear them in faith.
Thank you. Thank you.
So before you go, I want to ask because she has a meeting in the next few minutes. Any person who has a question on what she has presented? Okay, Edwin, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
So far, how is the whole thing? Are you getting 1 or 2 points?
Yes, I have a question to Madam Mary.
You have a question to Madam Mary?
Yes, if I want to study the Ajira youth, where can I find them?
So if you visit ajiradigital.go.ke on our portal, what you'll be prompted to do is register. Then upon completion of the registration process, you'll find our trainings that are happening. But I'm also hopeful that in collaboration with IAT, we shall be able to organize probably physical sessions where we can engage physically. So through our portal, you can get the links of the virtual sessions.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you've been answered, Edwin.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Any other person with a question? I know she is rushing to another meeting. I think because she's going for that meeting, you can leave your questions at the chat section, and then maybe she will get back to you maybe after the meeting. Thank you so much, Mary from Ajira. And I think also that the other thing, maybe if we have another presentation like this, you're also going to teach us on how to create that wonderful portfolio that leaves a lasting impression.
you will call upon us to have a training, then we can
Okay.
take you through even how to create good uh, good profiles for
Okay.
these online work platforms.
Oh, that is a wonderful thing to look at.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and God bless. All right. After a wonderful presentation from Mary from Ajira, I want to welcome Simon. Simon, I don't know if you're here with us. Simon, no, not Simon, but yes, Simon. Simon, yes. Is Simon around here? Yes, Simon Gathai.
Yes, I can hear you, Alex.
You're the next presenter.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
So Simon is going to talk about soft skills needed in the marketplace, right, Simon?
Okay. Let me share my presentation here.
All right. So as Simon shares the presentation, remember this is the IIT Career Fair March edition. So meaning that the April edition is coming soon. So take advantage of this information. Information is power. Information is power. The reason why other people have moved from good to exceptional is because of the exposure to information. So thank you so much for the previous presenters. So now I want to welcome Simon from all the way from Mombasa. Karibu, Simon.
Okay, asante. So I hope all of you can be able to see my screen. Just confirm from your end if you can be able to see my screen.
Yes, able to see the screen from this end.
So my presentation is about soft skills required by the employers in the workplace, of which we brief, despite how how running people they are, we need to have soft skills that we need to use at our workplaces. So this is what actually makes us to be professional and also to have a very good rhythm as we work in our various aspects, in our various roles. So what is a soft skill? So that's the first thing that we need to ask ourselves, and we need also to understand what does it mean. And we refer to soft skills as clusters of personality traits. It's more of social graces, more of how we communicate. It's more of how we present ourselves to others, maybe through our language, our personal habits, how friendly we are. So this is what we refer to as the soft skills. But again, let's have a look at a summary of a couple of them, because again, there are very, very many. I just decided to come up with the major soft skills that we can actually apply on our various roles. And the first one that is very, very important is called effective communication. So remember, communication is passing of message from oneself to someone else. And this one can be done verbally, and it can also be in the form of written communication. So these are skills that are on high ed. So most of the employers, they always look for people who have got very good, effective communication skills. Like for example, someone who is a marketer, someone who is on sales, they have to ensure that they have got very good communication skills, just to ensure that the client that they may be communicating to, or the product that they are selling, they can actually be able to explain in details what the product is all about, and they can also be able to listen to the client as well, or the customer. So when you have very good communication skills, it means you also have got the ability to listen. So this is being able to present ideas to people within all levels of the company, from the junior levels all the way to the top level in the management. So that's the first soft skill that we need to have. The second one is called team player. So employers will always prefer to hire people who work well with others. Because now remember, most of the projects, like for example, let me give you an example of people who are maybe in software development. you just don't handle the entire project when you're alone. So all of you have actually given different segments, and therefore you have to work as a team so that you're able to come up with something that is well presentable, and you can be able to present something as a team. So when you have the ability to relate and inspire others, you have got a greater chance of advancing your career and being considered maybe for the next promotion, the next level in your career, because you have built yourself with others as well. So you're not just doing it alone, you are working as a team. So that's the second one, being a good team player. The third one that we have is analysis and research. So analytical research and logic skills, they top the list of skills employers also want in job candidates, because these candidates kinds of talents determine your ability to evaluate a situation. You can investigate a problem, try to seek the input and information from other sources as well, and try to see what can be done about it. So you can, if you are a very good analyzer and you're able to perform your research very, very well, it means you're able to come up with concrete solutions towards problems. And this is what, again, the employers are looking for people who are working in all the fields. So this is, again, another soft skill that is very, very crucial for candidates. So your ability to research and analyze basic skills is something that will always make people to be very good when it comes to solving problems, and also trying to come up with strategies when it comes to solving problems. So this is the second soft skill, analysis and research. There's also the tech survey. Remember, right now, the technology is actually advancing every day. What we had in 2018, what we had in 2015, what we had in 2010 is actually very different with what we have right now in 2024. So computers and technology are everywhere in the workplace. There's no office at the moment that you can actually go and maybe be attended using the analog methods of receipts, data, and all that. Like almost everyone right now is using technology. So employers expect the employees to know their way around the technology that is used in business. So there's, again, an aspect of a soft skill that has been introduced because of technology. So this includes not only the basic computer skills, but also expertise when it comes to basic computer operating systems. There's also the word processing, the spreadsheet programs, using of printers. If you can use copiers and even maybe smartphones. Like if there is any technological gadget that you have in the organization, you should be able to have at least a clue of how these devices are operating, because this is all about the technology. So there's something that is a soft skill that all the candidates, someone who is working should, at least in the current era, should be able to possess. Then you have got adaptability. There's another soft skill that is also very, very crucial as well. And this, the ability to be flexible and adapt to different situations that arise during the course of business. Let me give you a very practical experience that we had actually in 2020. There's something that just unexpectedly just came and it affected the entire globe. That is COVID-19. So it actually came, and people had actually now to come up with ways of surviving. So this one now, everyone was actually to be supposed to be flexible, to adapt to different situations, because the things tended to change from time to time. So we can say that the capability to tackle multiple projects and tasks, set priorities, and to accept modifications, to assign work leads to successful career, because you can be able to adapt as the changes are moving. Especially when you look at most of the technological careers, with the time new programming languages are coming up, there are different ways of actually handling different devices. So you have to adapt with the changes, upscaling oneself, so that when these changes are being implemented in businesses, you're also moving with them. And the employers here are, they usually want to hire those who can be able to manage more than just one work project. Therefore, it means you need to be a bit flexible, not just saying maybe in one department you can be able to do a couple of things, a couple of roles, and that's what we are referring to as adaptability, being able to like maneuver in all the places. Problem solving skills. So there's a very good soft skill, because again, employers are also looking for individuals who can think critically and creatively to solve problems that arise in the workplace. Now, these problems are not designed in any manner. It's just something that comes every day, and therefore is a good skill that people should be able to possess, because it involves analyzing situations, identifying the potential solutions, and also implementing effective strategies to come up with a solution. So there's again a very good soft skill that we should also be able to possess, and ensuring that from time to time, and this actually what brings the soft skill is all about the experience, and ensuring that you can be able to handle a problem and be able to come up with a solution. The more you handle a lot of problems, the more again you gain more experience. The other one is called time management. Being able to prioritize tasks. Like for example, right now that we have got the technology with us, there is a lot of social media online. TikTok is there, YouTube is there, Instagram is there. Time has become a very great challenge when it comes to managing it, because you have a task, then all of a sudden from the phone, there is a new, there's something that has been posted. So by the time you get there, you see something that has been suggested again, and with the time, you realize that now prioritizing tasks might be a bit challenging. So with the time management, people can be able to prioritize tasks, they can be able to meet deadlines on time, and they can be able to manage workload efficiently. And because once you're able to do this, it means you attract success, because there will be no backlogs of work. You're able to deliver your work on time, and the more you do it, the more you can be able to handle more tasks at the same time. And the employers will always appreciate employees who can be able to manage their time effectively and also remain very organized. Then we have got leadership skills. And we can say that for the leadership, the skills is not something that, again, is more of like a formal leadership role. Sometimes it is something that, like, everyone is a leader. I would say like everyone is a leader. It's having the ability to take initiative, motivate others, and provide guidance when necessary, which is highly valued by employers. It does not matter which role or which department you are in, but again, this is a very, very good soft skill, being able to guide others. If you know it and the other person does not know how to do it, like, you can be able to assist them. And then when you're also stuck again as well, they can also be able to guide you as well. So these ones are called leadership skills. The other one is called emotional intelligence. This is again another soft skill that includes self-awareness, empathy, and the ability to manage emotions effectively. You know, if you're able to handle your emotions effectively, you're able to minimize the chances of maybe quarreling with the people. You can be able to like manage yourself as you work, because from time to time we are human beings, and sometimes there are days when you are very highest, some days you are very low, some days you're just on a normal scenario. Someone has maybe even called you at your place of work. But now, if you have got that emotional intelligence, that self-awareness, you can be able to manage your emotions effectively. You are very good. So employees with high emotional intelligence can navigate interpersonal relationships more successfully and handle conflicts with maturity. And then from there, it means once the issues are done, people can still work with good rhythm, harmoniously, and then the issues are able to be solved on time because of this emotional intelligence soft skill that we are talking about. Then you have got creativity and innovation. So employers appreciate individuals who can think outside the box, generate new ideas, and even propose innovative solutions to challenges. So when you can be able to come up with a new idea, it means you're introducing something that was not there, something that was not existed, and it can actually be implemented and maybe even project new results. So creativity and innovation is a soft skill and that all of us should be able to possess, because this one is where now most of the challenges, most of the problems that are there, they can be solved through these new ideas that we can be implementing. And therefore, we can be able to do away with some older methods of doing things and introduce new ideas. There is stress management. There's something else. I don't know if all of you can be able to hear me. Alex? Sorry for that interruption. So I was on the stress management, and I hope you can still be able to hear me from your end. So stress management is the ability to stay calm under pressure, cope with stress effectively, and also maintain a positive attitude. For this one now, it means no matter how pressurized the situation is, you can still be able to keep calm, and you can be able to handle that situation effectively without maybe affecting maybe your performance, your daily activities. So maintaining this positive attitude can greatly contribute to employee well-being and overall productivity. So that's again another soft skill that we should be able to have with. Though this one again with the time, it's more of like it's something like art. It's something that you can be able to learn with the time, and it is also very, very good when it comes to managing stress in our working environment. Now, before I wind up, we also have got the networking skills, and this is building and maintaining professional relationships, both within and outside the organization, because they can be able to open up opportunities for collaboration, mentorship, and even career advancement. Remember, we are human beings, and the more you interact with a lot of people, the more you create a lot of networks, people who are in different careers, people who are in different fields, and we should be able to have very good networking skills, because that's how we can be able to create very good relationships, and that's the way we can be able to grow, also be able to come up with new ideas. That's how people are even able to benchmark other areas and be able to see how they can also advance themselves. So there's again another good soft skill that you should be able to possess as well in our workplace. From there, we've got the cultural sensitivity and diversity awareness. And we can say that, for example, in today's diverse workplaces, there's understanding and respecting the cultural differences in the way people are able to interact with each other. Remember, different geographical areas have got different ways of how people interact with each other, especially when it comes to the culture. And the more we learn how to interact with the people, the better it comes when it comes also to creating boundaries of how far we can go as far as the culture is also concerned, because this one also creates very good harmony when it comes to how we interact with the people. So this again ensures that the people that we are interacting with, they also feel that we are respecting their culture, and they also feel that you are appreciating their way of life. So this is again another soft skill that we should also apply in our areas of work. Then you have got conflict resolution, and this is being able to address conflict constructively, negotiating solutions, mediating disagreements. So this one is something that will create harmony, especially for conflicts will always be there, because people from time to time they can mess each other here and there. There are those crash, but with the time, when people are able to know how they can be able to resolve conflicts and how they can be able to mediate these disagreements, it is able to maintain a very good, healthy work environment, because people can be able to address conflicts very well. So this again another soft skill that all of us should be able to possess and have, because again it is of great. It's actually very crucial when people are working. I can see I've reached to the end of my presentation, and I don't know if you have got any question. Just going to pause for the questions before I end my presentation. Or maybe even if someone has something to add on top of what I've just presented to you.
Thank you very much, Simon. And that was a wonderful presentation. First and foremost, are you able to hear me from your end?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much
Alex?
for that amazing presentation. We've learned a lot. We've really learned a lot. We're talking about soft skills. We're talking about communication skills. You've taught us about the tech savvy. Like right now, you have to be good with computers. There's no office actually that operates right now, like a serious office that is without a computer. So amazing adaptability. You taught us about problem solving skills. In fact, talking about problem solving skills, Mr. Simon, there's a time it was in the newspaper that the young people right now don't have what you call the problem solving skills. It was one of the newspapers here in Kenya.
Yes.
So it's really something that we also need to look at, how we can be able to solve problems. Because remember, our parents will not be there always with us. So are you able to solve the problems? I mean, that is wonderful. Time management is there, leadership skills was there, emotional intelligence, especially also emotional intelligence, very crucial, especially at the marketplace. Thanks a lot for also reminding us of that. Emotional intelligence, creativity and innovation, stress management. There's what you call depression. Depression is taking young people, not only young people, but everyone. Depression is almost taking everybody out. So those are some of the things I think the employers, as you've said, are looking for. So having done that wonderful presentation, now, is there any question to Simon before we give it to Samuel? Any person with a question or any takeaway from his presentation? Lexus, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Any takeaway point from what he has presented? I mean, that was amazing.
I love the point where he was talking about the people skills.
Yes.
It's really hit home, especially on my side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Lexus. Edwin or any other person? We have GGG and verify. GGG, are you able to hear us? It's a name that is appearing here. All right. So in case of any other question, please feel free to leave that at the chat section. So thank you so much, Simon. And because of time, any other thing you may want to say before we give it to Samuel?
Thank you for giving me your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that the platform is good. We are learning more from each other.
We actually. True.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you so much, and God bless. Here are our Clubs by Faith. We are clapping for the wonderful information. And even before I give our last presenter, we want to make sure that these presentations are as precise as possible. But there's something I want to tell as we welcome Samuel. Somebody say that people and brands, we live in a very dynamic world right now, especially in the marketplace, and people and brands must find ways to reinvent themselves. And the way to reinvent themselves is to actually expose themselves to such information so that you can know, as you reinvent yourself, are you taking what you call calculated risks as you do that? Number two, somebody says that to also remain relevant in the current marketplace, you must be in rooms and spaces where the future is being discussed. And I believe in these platforms, we are discussing the future, and more of such events are on the way. So thank you so much, Simon. Thank you so much, Mary. Right now, because of time, I want to welcome Samuel Mwangi, who's going to take us through social media in the 21st century. Welcome, Samuel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel Mwangi. I'm presenting on the impacts of social media. I'm presenting on the impacts of all the power of social media in the 21st century. As I said, I'm Samuel Mwangi, I'm the branch manager, IAT Buruburu campus. So, hope you are ready to hear my presentation. So, let me share my presentation so that we can flow together. I hope that everyone can see my presentation. Simon, can you see my presentation?
Yes, I can see your presentation. It's visible.
Right. No. Nice. So let's proceed. Let's just begin and proceed on the presentation. So, as I said, the topic that I'm going to discuss is the power of social media in the 21st century. And I will begin by saying that social media has become the key thing or an integral part of the modern society. Everyone in the world today uses social media. At least each one of us knows or uses one or two social media platforms. And we say that it has revolutionized the way people communicate, how people share information, and how they interact with each other in their day-to-day lives. Social media entails a wide range of online platforms. So many platforms are there in the day-to-day lives that we use to share information, to interact with each other. And all these platforms help us in creation of information, sharing and exchange of user-generated content. So we're going to discuss some of the aspects that we need to consider when we talk of social media and its significance in the 21st century. The first one is the global connectivity, and we say that it has these social media platforms have connected people from all corners of the world. Each one of us has been brought together by the social media and has made us become like a global village where we can be able to interact and know whatever is happening in other corners of the world. From wherever you are, despite the geographical location, we are able to know what is happening in any other part of the world. It breaks down the geographical barriers, and this has unprecedented level of connectivity and has facilitated communication, collaboration, and sharing of ideas on any unprecedented scale. With this, we mean that any information that is happening from anywhere within the globe, each one of us is able to understand it as long as you have a social media platform where you are able to access information from. The next one is information dissemination. And in this, we mean that this is how information is transformed, how information is disseminated. The news, the opinions, the content can be spread rapidly through platforms like Twitter or X, Facebook, Instagram. These are the most widely used platforms, which reach millions of people within moments. You can attest to it that whenever a post is made on Facebook, whenever a tweet is made on X, and whenever a post is done on Instagram, it will reach a wide market. It will reach anyone within the globe as long as you are connected to that platform. So this has democratized information sharing, allowing individuals and organizations to reach wide audiences without traditional gatekeepers. You do not have to have anyone authorizing what kind of information you're sharing online. As much as some of this information needs to be censored, there is no limitation on what you are posting, as long as it's content that is within the topic that you're discussing. Next key point that we are going to discuss here is the influence on public discourse. And we say that these social media platforms serves as virtual towns, or what we call online communities, whereby the public discourse takes place. They provide a platform for individuals to express opinions, to engage in debate, and mobilize the social and political causes. From political campaigns to social movements, social media has played a pivotal role in shaping the public opinion and driving change. We can all say that anything that that is happening within the political space, we are able to get that information, we are able to discuss it, we are able to air our feeling on what is happening through the social platforms. Through these social media platforms, you can be able to give your suggestions, give your comments, your complaints, and anything that you feel is affecting the society. Through the various online communities, you can be able to communicate your feeling and what you would want done. So we discussed the next point and say that the next point is the cultural impact, and social media has a profound impact on culture. We have so much changes that happen. Culture has been altered a lot by the social media. We have various trends that have come up. Social media has influenced on language and redefining of social media, all the social norms that people do each and every time. We have platforms like TikTok that has become a cultural phenomena, giving rise to the viral dances, the various challenges, the various memes that resonate across the globe. Social media has also facilitated the rise of digital subcultures and the niche market communities, allowing the like-minded individuals to connect and to express themselves in ways that were previously impossible. We have another point that we say is the economic opportunities. With social media, it has created new economic opportunities and transformed traditional industries. You are able to market your products, you are able to sell your ideas through social media, and from e-commerce to freelancing platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Etsy have empowered individuals to monetize their skills and creativity directly. These platforms have become income generating platforms by the virtue of being monetized, such that the individuals who use these platforms can make or can generate income from them. Influencers and content creators and online entrepreneurs have emerged as new types of celebrities and business leaders in the day-to-day living. The next point is the business and marketing. We have social media as used in business and marketing, and we say that it has revolutionized marketing and advertising. Businesses of all sizes can leverage platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn to reach target audiences with with precision. They engage with customers directly and build brand awareness. Influencer marketing in particular has emerged as a powerful tool for promoting products and services. You are able to reach a wider market by the use of the various influencers who are able to reach their wide audience by posting your product. They are able to market the product that you have, and with it reaching their audience or their market audience, you can be able to get as many referrals as possible, and you can be able to make great reads from the platforms, from the social media, or from the promoting of the brands through social media, or the audience. We are able to reach more audience from these social media guys who will market the products for us. The next point, the next thing that I want us to talk about, we all know that anything that has an advantage has a disadvantage, and we are going to discuss the challenges that comes about the social media. So we have challenges and concerns that we have in terms of social media is concerned. We say that despite the many benefits, social media also presents a significant challenge and concerns. We have some of these concerns and issues are the online harassment, such as cyberbullying. We have misinformation. One piece of information reaching a certain individual and reaching the other person in a different, when it's already distorted. We have the privacy breaches. We have algorithmic bias that has raised questions about the impact on social media on mental health, democracy, and the society as a whole. As social media continues to evolve, addressing these challenges will be crucial to harnessing its power for the greater good. It's important to monitor what is being disseminated out there on the social media, because a lot of it comes in for good, and as well there is that piece of information that comes from the social media and affects the general public as well. In the previous discussion, we covered something about the personal branding, and I feel that we need to cover more on personal branding for social media, and we get to remind ourselves what personal branding is, and we say that it is a practice for marketing oneself and one's career as a brand. It involves creating a unique identity, establishing a reputation, and promoting oneself in a way that it distinguishes oneself from the others. With personal branding, you can strategically position yourself in the minds of others to achieve professional goals and aspirations, which requires self-awareness, consistency, and proactive approach to manage the career trajectory and reputation. There are several elements that encompasses personal branding, such as authenticity. You need to be very credible with the target audience that you're having. So it will help you build the trust and credibility with the people with whom you are reaching through your social media platform. The next point, or the next element, is identity. Define what makes you unique and what sets you apart from others in your field. Make yourself unique, or make your brand unique, so that as it reaches the social media platforms, as it reaches your market audience or your target audience, you are able to reach as many clients as possible. The other one is consistency. This is maintaining a consistent image and a message across all platforms and interactions. Make sure that you don't post once in a month or once in a year and tell us that you're still relevant on social media platforms. Be consistent. Make sure that you have a post that is running at least oftenly, so that you can be consistent in the brand that you're bringing out to the market. This helps reinforce your personal brand and make you more memorable to your audience. The other one is visibility. Actively promote yourself, your work, through various channels. Make sure that across the wide social media platforms, your brand is visible there. If you're working with Facebook, let your brand be advertised there. If you're on X, let your product be advertised there. Make sure you brand your product appropriately. Let it have the colors that attract individuals so that it reaches a wider market as possible. The other one is the value proposition, which gives the value, you provide to your audience of potential employers. Make sure that you reach your target audience is the right one, or the potential employers for the product that you're bringing on board. If you're branding yourself for maybe as an item, or you're branding yourself as the target to your audience, make sure that you brand yourself in a way that it will reach the potential audience or the potential employers it should be. The next point is the online presence. Ensure that your digital footprint aligns with your personal brand. The next one is networking, whereby we say that building relationships with others in your industry or field helps increase your visibility and create opportunities for collaboration or career advancement. Professional image is the next point, whereby we say that it's paying attention. Like Alex said in his presentation, how you need to present yourself. You need to have a good professional image to your audience or to your target audience. Paying attention to your appearance, how you communicate, the style and behavior to ensure that they present or reflect positivity on your personal brand is key. We discussed another thing, which is how to position yourself on online work through personal branding. So first, you need to do portfolio showcasing. You need to do portfolio showcasing, as Mary stated. This is to customize your online portfolio, showcasing your work, projects, and achievements. You can do this through personal websites, e.g. WordPress. We have LinkedIn portfolio section. The other one is the online presence management. This is where you maintain a strong and consistent presence or relevant online platform. So these relevant online platforms includes LinkedIn, we have Slack, we have X, we have GitHub, whereby you can showcase your skills and your expertise on these platforms, which will lead you to reaching a wider market. The other one is online reputation management. This ensures that your digital footprint reflects positively on your personal brand. Ensure that the personal brand that you're working with is well taken care of. Respond to feedback, reviews, and inquiries professionally and promptly. You need to engage. The other one is engagement and networking. Ensure that you engage or participate in relevant discussions, join online communities, join online groups and communities and groups and network with influencers in your industry to attend to relevant forums. The next thing is the consistent branding elements. We need to use consistent branding elements such as professional photos, clear color schemes, logos, and messaging across all your online profiles and platforms. You need to create a cohesive and recognizable personal brand that will reach a wider market. The next one is continuous learning and skill development. And in this, we say that these regularly updated skills. We gain new skills every day. We gain new skills every day, and in the new skills that we gain, we need to update them in our skill sets each and every time we gain those skills. Make sure that any certification that you get, you update it in in your skill set, so that everyone will be able to tell that this individual is able to do this and has this certification that makes him unique, or shows that he's better than the others in these skills and in these certifications. The other point is content creation. Content creation, and in content creation, we say that you need to share valuable content related to your expertise through blogs, through articles, through podcasts, and such platforms. Show solutions. Solutions that you show solutions to common challenges related to your field. Make sure that the field that you are in, you are able to display any solutions to all the upcoming or any challenges that may come up. Always come up with possible solutions to solve them. The next one is utilizing personal branding in social media platforms to source for clientele. How do you utilize your personal branding? How you've branded yourself? How you've branded your content? How do you use it to source for clientele? First, you need to define your target audience. You need to define your target audience, understand who your ideal audience are, and which social media platform they frequent. Make sure that you know who your customer base is. Those are your ideal audience. Get to understand them. Get to know which social media platform they oftenly use. Make sure you tailor your content, or you customize your content and messaging to resonate their needs, interest, and all pain points. So whatever you're bringing up, make sure that it is resonating with whatever your target audience will understand and will enjoy viewing. The next one is optimize your profile. Make a strong first impression. Make sure that whatever information you're sharing, the person who sees it, or if a new user gets to interact with it, they'll get interested in whatever you're sharing. Make sure that whatever you're sharing will attract the individual, so that they will reach out to you, and just from viewing whatever you're posting for the first time, they will be able to reach out because they are interested in whatever you're having, or it will give them the need to getting to know you better, or whatever you're having, or whatever you're selling. The next one is share valuable content and utilize visuals. Use high quality visuals such as images and videos to grab attention and to make your content more engaging. Provide a value for your audience. Whatever you're sharing, make sure that they are accompanied by good images, good photos. The graphics that you use on them are quality, good colors. That way you reach a wider market and your audience will be attracted to whatever you're showcasing. The other one is show your personality. Show your personality. This is by you need to inject personality into your social content to make it more relatable, or to make it more related to authentic. Share behind the scenes, the glimpse of your work process, personal anecdotes, hobbies, or interests to humanize your brand and connect with your audience on a deeper level. The next one is consistency. Maintain a consistent posting schedule so that you can stay top of your mind with your audience and reinforce your personal brand. Whenever they are thinking, whenever your target audience is thinking of a similar product, let them always think about you because they see you regularly on their social media platforms. Next one is to track or to analyze the results. Monitor the performance of your social media efforts using analytical or the analytics tools provided by each platform. Analyze metrics such as engagement, reach, and conversations to access what is working well and to optimize your strategy accordingly. After that, we discuss the best practices for online gig interviews. How do you need to present yourself for an online gig or an online interview? First is the body language. Convey confidence and enthusiasm. Make sure that the person you're presenting to, all your target audience, all those people the people within the online platform that you're having an interview with, make sure that you have the proper body language, have that confidence so that you can portray and they see that you're confident enough to showcase whatever you're showing. The next one is practice responses. Practice responses. You need to focus on highlighting your skills and accomplishments relevant to the position you are applying for. Next is you need to dress appropriately. As we've discussed previously as Alex discussed previously, dress as you would for an in-person interview. Like, despite it being an online platform, you need to dress for it like you're doing or you're having a physical interview or a physical session for an interview. Choose professional attire that reflects your competence and professionalism. Minimize distractions. Prepare your technology well, like all the platforms that you need to use. If you're using Teams, if you're using Google Meet, if you're using Skype, if you're using Zoom, any platform that you're going to use, make sure that it's ready before your gig starts, so that you're able to do your presentations on time. As well, choose a suitable location so that you do not have interference is happening to your background. The other one is listen carefully. Listen carefully. These with listening attentively to the questions and respond thoroughly or duty-free to the questions. Gather your thoughts before answering and avoid interrupting the interview. This will help in giving the right answer to the right question. Next is that you need to ask questions and make sure that your questions are relevant. Prepare insightful questions to ask the interviewer. This demonstrates your interest in the opportunity and allows you to gather valuable information to elevate if the position is right fit for you. If you don't have a question, give a compliment. Do not just take the interview and just leave. So make sure you have a question, and if you do not have a question, make sure you have a compliment for the same. The next one is you need to do follow-up. Send a thank you email or a note expressing your appreciation for the opportunity and reiterating your interest in the position. This makes the interviewer or the person who is interviewing you see that the person we just interviewed really appreciates what we did and shows the need for you to work with that organization or that industry. So as I come to the end of my presentation, here are some of the platforms for direct client acquisition through personal branding. The first one is LinkedIn. If you brand appropriately on your LinkedIn profile, you are able to reach a wider market. You are able to sell your skill set appropriately. The next one is the social media such as X, we have Instagram, we have Pinterest, and we have YouTube. We have websites such as WordPress, Behance, Google sites. We have email newsletters. We have online freelance platforms such as Fiverr and Freelancer. We have professional associations and groups such as Brighter Monday, Flex Jobs, and Fuzu. That brings me to the end of our presentation today. I'm sure you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope that it was educative. And as I welcome Alex, I am waiting for my claps by faith. So, Alex, karibu. Unless there is anyone who has a question. Is there anyone who have a question? Well, if none, or if any that you've not spoken about, just use the chat, write your question there. We are going to answer it later. Thank you for listening to me, and I look forward to having you guys on other sessions like this. Thank you. Alex, back to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Samuel. You are talking about your claps by faith. Receive our claps by faith. You've done a really amazing work here, and let me tell you guys, those who are here with us and those who are going to listen to this in the next years, I'm sure this is gonna be here for quite some years. I mean, social media, the power of social media as presented by Samuel is really incredible. In fact, I was thinking about this, Samuel, that in the past, to have social media was kind of luxury, or it was not a necessity, something of the sort. But right now, all of us can agree that social media right now is not luxury, or is not like optional. This is where everybody needs to be. Businesses needs to be there. People who want to do personal branding need to be here. Everybody needs to be here. You talked about advertising, markets, all those things. So we are really happy, Samuel, for this wonderful presentation. And I'm sure we are going to use social media to leverage in the current market, which is so dynamic. So I think the other things I want to say is that even when you want to do a wedding nowadays, you have to have a group. Churches have groups on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is also very powerful, very powerful and all that. So thank you so much, Mr. Samuel, for the wonderful presentation. Receive our claps. Here are our claps for every facilitator. Claps for Mary from Ajira. Thank you, Mary. And then we also had Simon from all the way, Mombasa. Thank you. And then we also had who? Alex, of course. Alex, you in Nairobi. And then Samuel, is this your second round of applause, or I think you're getting many of these by default? Thank you so much. And also thank you to those guys who have attended the meeting. We really appreciate. And thank you to those who are going to view this recording on YouTube. We also appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you to the entire leadership, the IIT leadership, for organizing such events, and also clap for the leadership for organizing such events and these editions. So watch out for April edition. Someone told us it is not good practice to post and then disappear. Post after 5 years, then you come back. No. I think we're going to follow those that information, and we're going to be posting around every month. And of course, in between months, we're going to give some other videos, opportunity to also give out some information. So thank you so much. Without further ado, I want us to again welcome Samuel, who's going to close this session with a word of prayer. But before we do that, is there any person who has something to add or something to say? One of you can just represent the entire audience who have been here, and maybe say something, one or two, and then I give it back to Samuel, who's going to crown this with a word of prayer. Yes, maybe, let me see who. Edwin, are you still with us, Edwin?
Yes.
So Edwin, we've come to the end of our presentations. What would you like to say? Anything that you like to say that you've learned from this presentation?
Okay, I would like us to thank everyone and each speaker that has spoken, and I have learned, and what I have learned more so it is about dressing code, which everyone has spoken about, that I'm going to work on. So on the social media, I am very passionate on business, and I want to know how I can be very different from a lot. I thank you.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Edwin. Thank you so much, Edwin. Thank you so much, Edwin, and wish you all success for your passion for business and all that. May you all go well, and may you be one of the successful entrepreneurs that we have in the country. I don't know, any other person? Lexus, do you have anything to say, Lexus?
I'd like to say thank you to the facilitators. They've really hit home, especially on the point on social media.
Yeah.
And marketing, and also the point where the facilitators were saying about the presentation, the first impression. It really hit home, because I think I need to work on that, because you see, the first impression is like my brand, where I should set an example on that. So yeah, I'll say thank you, and God bless for all that.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Lexus. Thank you, others. Thank you, other viewers who are here. Thank you, others who are going to watch. Thank you so much for your feedback. And I promise you, we're also going to bring in many presenters from across the country and even other places in this world to ensure that we pour information here. So you can tell a friend to tell a friend every time we have this edition. And just be on the lookout in case of an event. So thank you so much. Because of time, I want to welcome Simon, who's going to finish this, who's going to end this meeting with a word of prayer. So Simon, not Simon, but Samuel. Yes, Samuel.
Before I sum it up with a word of prayer, I want to thank everyone who turned up for this meeting. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being patient with us. For the online guys who are going to watch this on YouTube, thank you as well. I hope it will be informative and educative to you as well. Now, as everything that has a start has an end, we want to end this with a word of prayer. So let's bow our heads down for a word of prayer. Thank you, Lord, for being with us. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for this moment. Thank you for this interactive session that you've made us to have. Thank you for our target audience. Thank you for availing them here and letting it be as interactive and as educative as it was. Thank you. Let this information that we've learned, that whatever we've been taught here, be helpful to us, and may we put whatever we've learned into practice. As we plan for the next meeting, we pray that you're going to keep us safe. Anyone who has turned up to this, be with them, protect them, and keep them safe till the next meeting that we're having. We thank you and we glorify your name. In the name of Jesus, we pray and believe. Amen. So, thank you, everyone. I wish to bring this to a close. See you in the April edition of the same. We look forward to having you guys. Have yourselves a nice weekend.